sister, don't wear it. It's me. It's my personal choice.
But yes, and in a free society, the opinions of other people also have to matter. It's not just about you exercising your choice. The way other people feel about that should be of some concern to you.
But you know, these feelings are coming from negative prejudices.
We have
coming from
you don't want
politicians.
men's opinions? No. You don't want men's opinions?
I'm sorry, we are going to have to end it there. I'm really sorry.
As the only man, I'm sorry you don't want to hear men's opinions.
Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to another reaction video. Guys, I'm going to be checking out this video titled "Is Highly Undesirable. Douglas Murray Schools Muslim Activist Wearing Niqab in Britain." So no further talking, let's dive into it and check it out.
My mum, my sister, don't wear it. It's me. It's my personal choice.
But yes, and in a free society, the opinions of other people also have to matter. It's not just about you exercising your choice. The way other people feel about that should be of some concern to you.
But you know, these feelings are coming from negative prejudices.
We have
coming from
you don't want
politicians.
men's opinions? No. You don't want men's opinions?
I'm sorry, we are going to have to end it there. I'm really sorry.
As the only man, I'm sorry you don't want to hear men's opinions.
You are about to see Douglas Murray tell the truth as it is. Douglas Murray debates a panel of Muslim scholars on the influence of religion, particularly Islam, in the West today. Douglas Murray speaks what is on most people's mind today in the West, but what most are afraid to say. Douglas Murray did not hold back.
Can I just begin with you, Fatima?
Yes.
56% of British people don't really support the wearing of the full face veil in public. They don't want it.
Well, I think it depends on where you take the poll, really, because, something that I've recently launched is a project called Secrets of a Muslim Woman, and it's all about letting people know why we do what we do, because I think a lot of it is to do with not really being familiar with it. You know, I mean, my message to the British public is that you've got nothing to fear. You know, this is a piece of cloth.
They don't feel that, though, do they? Because elsewhere in this poll, a majority said they don't know how to relate to a woman wearing a full face veil.
I think, you know, the people who have actually interacted with women who wear the face veil, people who work with them. I mean, we're in East London today. In East London, the veil is practically, you know, normal on the streets of East London. People who've actually interacted and worked with women who wear the veil have absolutely no problem with it.
Douglas
I think
Murray,
it's the fear of the unknown.
Douglas Murray, would you like to see the veil banned here?
Well, I think, like a majority of British people, I think that it should be banned in public places, particularly places like courtrooms, where it's absolutely imperative that a jury are able to see the faces of people who are accused. As for an overall ban, I think, look, my own opinion is that niqab is highly undesirable. I think that we live in a society where people do show their faces, where huge amounts of our social interaction depend on people showing their faces. I think that it's very difficult to enforce a ban in public places like streets, but it should be certainly a desirable thing to discourage its wearing.
To impose a ban, but in principle you'd like to see one because you think in Britain it's unacceptable.
In public buildings, in courts, in schools, and places like this, absolutely, I think a ban would be very sensible. In streets and so on, I think it's difficult, but it should be societally discouraged.
Douglas Murray's stance on the ban of the niqab in public spaces in the UK, particularly in sensitive environments like courtrooms, is grounded in a broader argument about the fundamental requirements of a liberal and open society. A significant portion of human communication relies on facial expressions and visual cues, which are obscured when the niqab is worn. This impediment can hinder social interactions and, more critically, the basic operations of institutions that rely on facial recognition and expressions for identification and communication purposes. Douglas Murray's argument is supported by statistics and public opinion trends indicating a growing discomfort with the niqab in the UK. Surveys, such as those conducted by YouGov, have shown that a substantial majority of the British public supports restrictions on wearing the niqab in public spaces, especially in places where identification and open communication are essential, such as schools, airports, and courtrooms. This sentiment is not isolated to the UK. Similar attitudes can be observed across Europe, with countries like France, Belgium, and Denmark implementing various bans on full-face veils. The Muslim activists' counter-argument that negative sentiments towards the niqab stem from a lack of education and interaction with Muslim women who wear it, while calling for more understanding, overlooks the practical implications of such garments in public and civic life. It's essential to differentiate between promoting cultural sensitivity and recognizing the operational necessities of a society's public and legal systems. Beyond practical reasons, the niqab's presence in public life raises deeper questions about the integration and visibility of women in society. Critics like AI and Hirsi Ali have voiced concerns that the niqab may symbolize the segregation of women from public life and the suppression of their individual identities. Such perspectives are crucial in the debate over how liberal societies should navigate the delicate balance between respecting cultural and religious practices and upholding the principles of equality and openness.
Accommodate religious expression in this country. You know, Jehovah's Witnesses who don't want blood transfusions, Sikh people who want to wear turbans. We make exceptions, you know, in certain situations. And so, look, you know, I really want to reach out to the public and say, you've got nothing to fear from us.
But take up Yasmin's,
I was born in this country. I love this country.
Take up Yasmin's point that this is about exceptionalism. Take up Yasmin Alabai-Brown's point about this is about exceptionalism.
We accommodate, don't we, in this country, and in my country, Britain, we accommodate religious expression. And we do make exceptions for people. And there's nothing, and that's what I thought.
And we cannot destroy the minorities and the religious belief in the name of equality.
But what if the majority feel uncomfortable, feel uneasy and say they don't want it?
I think then the onus is on us as well, isn't it? I mean, to actually reach out. And I'm hoping that this is just going one step towards that, to say to people, look, you know, we're human beings just like you.
But if I may very quickly, religious freedom is an extremely important thing. And I think most people who would agree, I hope in this room, that Britain is the most tolerant place in the world to live, including as a Muslim.
Yeah.
But let's just add one thing to this, if I may. The issue of social interaction is very important, and not just to me, but obviously to a majority of the British people. Yeah. What I say tonight, what Yasmin says and other people say tonight, people see our faces. They know who said it. I'm sorry to say this, but nobody knows who you are. They can hear your name. They can't see you. If I say something stupid on television tonight, people know it's me saying it. If you do, with all due respect, you can disappear and no one knows.
No, we're not disappearing. You
What
can
does
see
this
us
say?
here. Come
the
on.
meaning of this thing is extremely important to address. The meaning of this thing is women are by nature dangerous to men and society. Therefore, they must be covered, they must be buried. That's the meaning of it. And that's what I cannot accept.
Douglas Murray, aligning with Yasmin Alabai-Brown's commentary, emphasizes that the niqab symbolizes more than just a religious or cultural garment. It represents a deeper ideological stance on the role and visibility of women in society. The niqab reflects a view that women are inherently a source of temptation, necessitating their physical concealment from the public eye to maintain societal decorum. This perspective inherently contradicts the principles of gender equality and individual freedom championed in liberal societies. This critique resonates with broader feminist analyses of veiling practices. Scholars and activists argue that requiring women to cover their faces in public is a manifestation of patriarchal control over women's bodies and choices. Such practices, they assert, not only segregate women from the social and political life of their communities, but also reinforce the notion that women are primarily responsible for controlling men's sexual behavior, thereby perpetuating gender inequality. Statistics from various human rights organizations underscore the impact of such ideologies on women's rights and societal integration. For instance, reports from the United Nations have highlighted how dress codes enforced on religious or cultural grounds can impede women's access to services, employment, and education, limiting their opportunities for personal and economic development. The encouragement of niqab wearing in public settings not only hinders women's visibility and participation in public life, but also symbolically takes a step back in the hard-won advancements for women's rights. The niqab, in this view, is not just a personal or isolated choice, but a public statement with implications for how women's roles and rights are perceived and enacted in society.
Wow, guys, this was really an interesting one. The debate was so heated. Yes, it was so heated. Guys, there's this particular point that Douglas Murray said. He said that you should consider other people's feelings about the niqab. He said you should consider them. You should put their consideration when putting the niqab, because a lot of people, they are actually scared. They are actually afraid whenever they see someone that is covering the whole full body. Guys, like when I was still little, when I see most of these Muslim women covering all their whole body, guys, like seriously, I was scared. Yes, those years, those days, yes, I was scared. It was when I was growing up that I realized that, okay, that it was their choices and they are human being. Yes. So like from what the woman said, she said that the niqab is their choices, and it is their choices, and it is their way of relating to their faith. So she said that the niqab, that wearing the niqab is their choice, and that is a way of them connecting to their God. Okay. And Douglas Murray said one thing. He said that, okay, that if you make any statement in the public, how is someone going to realize, how is someone going to identify that you are the one that actually make that particular statement? That there is no way that they are going to notice or identify that you are the one that make that particular statement, just because you are covering your full whole body, because no one will even know you. Guys, I have a friend which we have been greeting for many years. She is the only one that knows me. I don't know her because I have never seen her face all my life. She is the only one that knows me, but me, I don't know her. I only know her sometimes by the dress that she wear, but other things I don't know her. So I think just from what the woman she said that it is their choice. It is their choice, and it is their way of religions. But I think the society we live, the society where we live, at least, because a lot of things are happening, a lot of things have really changed, and it's really necessary for everyone, for every individual, to start opening their whole body, okay? Because the world is not like before anymore. Yes, it's not like before. So there is every need in our society for everybody to start opening their faces, okay? Because so that when you say something or do something, so that people can identify you by your face. Like, no one will identify you by your face when you are wearing the niqab. Yes, no one will ever identify you. No one, except maybe your close families. They are the only one that will identify you. So they said something. They said, okay, that the niqab is not good to wear like a places like church, like schools, yes, something like that. So I mean, or airports, like these places, at least they need to know who you are. They need to see you. They need to know you. That is very, very important. And it's not everyone that are even comfortable with this niqab. Yes, it's not every human that are comfortable when they see someone that is wearing this niqab. A lot of people are not comfortable with that. A lot of people, believe me, they are not comfortable. When they see the person, they will begin to feel somehow. Some will begin to feel unsafe. Not that they are harmful, okay? I believe that is just their own way of dressing. So according to Lady Fatima, she said that is her faith. It's her faith that she grew up with that. Yes, she grew up with that mentality that, okay, that is very, very necessary for a woman to cover her whole body. That is what she believe on, and that is what she has been practicing ever since she was born. So I think since she said it's her choice and her own way of connecting with God, I think that should be put into consideration too, because it's what you believe. Yes, it's what you believe that you practice on. But at the same time, the society where we live is not as before. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things have really changed, and it's very, very necessary for every individual, for everybody to start opening their faces, so that when you say something, when you do something, people can actually point out that, okay, that you if your name is Salamatu, or if your name is Salmat, at least someone will be able to say, okay, that you are the one that made such statement, and you will be held responsible for that. Maybe you made statement of something that is positive or negative. At least you can easily be identified by the people surrounding you. But when you are wearing the niqab, how are people going to identify you? That will be very, very difficult. Yes, it's going to be very, very difficult for people to identify you by whom you are. You are the only person that will be identifying other people. You are the only one that will say, okay, this is my friend, this is this one, this is this one. But a lot of people will not know you. Even if, okay, let's say for instance, in the school, and you are wearing the niqab in the school, your classmates, how are they going to know you? How are they going to know you? They will not know you at all. They will not know you. They can only know you by the different dresses, by the different niqab that you are wearing to school. And anytime you change to another one, they will not even know that you were the same person that wore the other one. So it will be very, very difficult for you to be identified by your classmate, by your school people. Or let me say you are a school teacher. You are teaching students and you are wearing the niqab. The people you are teaching, how are they going to understand what you are saying? Let me say, for instance, if you are teaching if they are teaching their own fellow Muslims who are also wearing the niqab, that is fine. But in a society where there is no Muslim, they are all Christian, and all of the students, they are with their full body open. How are they going to understand what you are saying? In fact, the teaching is going to be boring. They are going to be tired, and a lot of them will even be scared. So I think there is every need for everyone in the society to start opening their different faces. Okay, it's different. You can there is a different way that you can dress. You can wear from here down to your knee to cover all your whole body, including your hand, including your everywhere, both neck. But the face is very, very important. You can tie your hair. Yes, that is also a very perfect dressing. So only your face will be open. At least with that, people can identify you by whom you are. Guys, like Douglas Murray has already made all the vital points, and I'm so excited sharing this with you, and I hope you guys learned a lot. You guys know that your comments will always be welcome and be appreciated under the comment section. So guys, do you think that there is every need for every individual to start opening their faces, or do you think no, it's better why some people cover their faces, their full body, and why others are opening their body? What do you think about it? Please let me know in the comment section, and I will really appreciate every bit of that. Okay, so guys, you stay tuned and see you all in my next one. Bye.